Hi there, Scorpio, and welcome back to Star-Lord is Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the week of April the 21st through to the 27th. I went ahead, shuffled cards, laid them all out. Let's see what's going on for the Scorps. First up, we have Major Arcana, the Death card in the upright. Of course we do. It's our card, right? Next up is the Knight of Swords in the upright, followed then by Major Arcana, the World. Woo! And next we have the Two of Wands in the upright, followed then by the Two of Pentacles. Well, I can see that this is a pretty straightforward reading, so let's delve into it. You've got two major these are heavy hitters, the Death card and the World card, so just saying something intense is going on. I always say it, Scorpio's no stranger to intensity. So here we go. The Death card represents Scorpio's change and transformation. This is your overall energy this week, Scorps. There could be something going on that maybe for some of you, you saw this coming or you knew this was coming. Others of you, maybe you just had a sense something was changing, because don't tell me Scorpios are not in touch with their intuition, because yes, we are. So the Death card can represent a couple of things. Like, yes, it can represent endings. However, for the most part, it represents major transformations of things that cannot. This is like the end of something. Something coming to its natural end if it cannot be transformed. So the phoenix rises from the ashes and, create something new. So with the Death card, we are saying goodbye to something. Some of you are literally saying goodbye to something, someone even, and something else is emerging to take its place, because that's the cycle of life, right? And others of you, you could be going through a major transformation this week. I always say if something can't be transformed, it has to come to its natural end. But a lot of times it's just something hits a point where it needs that transformation, right? It's like, say, for example, you work at a job and you maybe really, really love this job, but you just cannot go on. Maybe you're not getting paid enough, things like that. Maybe you're working too much, whatever's going on. You'll have to go to the powers that be and say, okay, now I need either a raise, or if I'm working too much, I need to be able to scale back this. I don't have enough time for myself, for my family. And if that can be accommodated, that's a transformation. But if it can't, and you cannot go on like this any longer, something needs to come to its natural end. So that's how that works. Right at the beginning of the week, we have the Knight of Swords. Well, hang on to your hats, Scorpio. Something's coming in very, very quickly and right at the beginning of the week. Knight of Swords does not mess around. First of all, it's air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This could be somebody that you know, or somebody that's swooping into your life here. Somebody's just, whoa, rushing right in. You never even saw them coming. All of a sudden, there they are. This can represent like quite a few things, especially if you have something going on in the legal system, right? Because a lot of times the swords can represent, lawyers, police officers. They can represent judges, like arbitrators, that kind of stuff, right? So it makes sense with the Death card here. Maybe this is the end of a arbitration for some of you. This could be the end of, some kind of legal battle that's going on. This is, putting an end to it. Knight of Swords puts an end to it. So if this is on a different front, this can, like, knights bring in some kind of offer. So this could be a written or a verbal offer coming your way. Maybe something ended and it could be a job, and this could be, boom, another one's right on the heels. So for some of you, that's what's happening, because remember, these are just general reads. You have to take what makes sense in your scenario. For others of you, this could be a person who's coming in out of the blue. That's how the Knight of Swords works. As a matter of fact, ever since I've been doing readings, every single time I even hold this card, the Knight of Swords, I feel rushed out, because I feel like You know, like thoughts are going a million miles an hour. I feel like I'm rushing, I'm hurrying, but somebody could be coming in for you, coming in with important information here, Scorpio. So pay attention. Pay attention and be on your toes, okay? Hang on to your hats because the Knight of Swords rushes in. And this is interesting because right next to it is the World card, which is the wrap up of a cycle. I call this my graduation card. Perhaps some of you are graduating. Maybe you are, you were taking a course in something and this could represent the end of that. Maybe you're getting an offer now that you have your certificate, things like that. Others of you, this could represent end of a cycle, as in maybe you've been working for a very, very long time. This could be the end of the job you held or what have you. It could represent retirement. So this is a closeout of a cycle. Others of you, this could represent the sale of a home. Maybe you lived there for many years, you raised your family there. This could represent, the papers coming in, the legal papers. And this is the selling of a property. Yeah, others of you, this could represent the divorce papers finally being signed. Here comes someone with important documents, important news. Could be representing that. It could be the end of a relationship. Somebody new is rushing in for you. Could be any of these things because it is just a general read, so just take what makes sense in your scenario. But it looks like something big is changing up here because you have the World card and the Death card here in the same reading. So this represents a closeout of a cycle and something either coming to its natural end or transforming into something new. Now, the last two cards here represent your, moving into the weekend. We have the Two of Wands in the upright position. This is 1 foot in the past, 1 foot in the future. But see, he's holding on to a globe and he's looking at his future. Now, maybe for some of you, this could be about moving. See, the World card can be about, moving abroad, moving across water. It could be moving across the world. It can be making a major move. And this would also represent that, right? Because this is leaving behind the old residence and then moving to a new one and looking what's on the horizon. Now, a lot of times the two, because they usually represent, indecision, trying to figure things out. But in this card, this always, to me, is very, very clear because the pathway forward is what this energy is focused on. It's like, you see, he's ready to turn his back on the past. So this is like, well, that's done and dusted. So it's time for me to focus on where I'm going. I'm putting the focus on where I'm going now. So this is about, being caught between the past and the future. But it looks like you're very, very much future oriented right now. So it looks like something is coming to an end. It could be a job, could be a transformation of the way things were. And now you're moving towards something else and you're handling it beautiful because the Two of Pentacles finishes off the read here. So this is a beautiful way to handle something like this. This is, first of all, it's a 2, so it is balanced. And this is about juggling, right? And this is about being able to handle something in such an easy way, right? I always say, if you're going from one job to the next, this is a smooth transition. If you're going from one home to the next, smooth transition. If you're doing something in addition to what you're already doing, like say you already have a job, but now you were offered a secondary position or a secondary job, this is a smooth transition. This is something you want to see, especially when you're moving. Believe me, you want to have a smooth move. I've had many moves in my life, and I always prefer the smooth moves to the complicated moves. So this is one of those situations. You're balancing everything out here. I have no concerns about what's going on here, Scorpio, because it looks like whatever this change up is, this is definitely going to be something you're going to be comfortably moving and navigating so easily here. So please let me know in the comment section below, or can any of you relate to this? Do you know ahead of time what this could be about? If so, drop me a line. In closing, I will be pulling a card from the Gypsy Oracle deck to see what we have here for the Scorps. And we have letter. Interesting, right? Letter, Knight of Swords. Some information is coming towards you, Scorpio, this week. There's definitely something going on, and it's going to bring in major changes with it. But remember, it's something you can handle. You're ready to leave the past behind and move to where you want to be. So that's what I have for you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, stupendous week ahead, Scorpio. And I want to thank you very much for joining me. And I really hope that this reading helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again in the next video. Take care. Much love. Namaste. Bye-bye for now.